Hey my friend, this is Jones Ajay, your full scholarship coach in this TV channel. Hey, the full scholarship man. In today's topic, I'm going to break down the complex processes involved in getting into the US law school. But before I go into this, have you watched my previous video about the US medical school, the US nursing school, the graduate school and undergraduate school checklist and application processes? If you haven't done so, subscribe to the Full Scholarship TV channel because I come up with fresh new videos every other week. If you are passionate about going into the US law school, stick and stay. The Full Scholarship TV channel is all about giving you the best strategies and expert tips as well as how to navigate the complex processes in your application. My name is Jones Ajay, your coach. If you are passionate about going into the US law school, I want you to keep watching this video because I have a lot of information to share. So this topic is all about the roadmap to the US law school. So let's get started with the first slide of my PowerPoint presentation. If you are planning of going into the US law school, I want you to go to the LSAC's website, that is the Law School Admission Council's website, and there you see a chart or a checklist of a degree requirement according to each country. So the first thing that you want to know is what degree requirement do you need to go into the US law school. So according to the LSAC's website, they've stated each country's degree requirement that you need to go into the US law school. So you should have a first professional degree in law, including any post-secondary education plus a work experience. So this is always your first thing that you need to consider before you apply to US law school. So the next thing is from, again, the LSAC's website. You want to research for ABA approved or accredited law schools. So you want to ensure that the law schools that you are applying to are accredited or they are ABA approved. Again, you can check for these ABA approved or accredited law schools from the LSAC's website, and also ensure that the schools that you are selecting, that you meet the school's deadline. So the next thing is the admission test. So unlike other degree programs like graduate school, undergraduate school, medical school, and so on, that you have to submit an admission test, it's just similar to this law school application process. You need to submit an admission test. And the admission test required for law school is the LSAT test, the law school admission test. However, other schools also require the GRE test. So check with the school that you are applying to. Either they require the LSAT test or the GRE test. Now, some schools also require the test of English as a foreign language. So if you are coming from a country where English is not your native language, you want to ensure that you've taken the test of English language or test of English as a foreign language. It's an English proficiency requirement that is often needed by most law schools. However, if English was your primary language or English was your official language for instruction for your first degree and so on, you can send the schools that you are applying to, you can send them an email and then explain this process to them if they can waive the test of English as a foreign language requirement for you. So at the LSAC, that is the Law School Admission Council's website, you want to create your account, and then by creating your account, that is where you can submit or you can assemble all your application documents, and then you can submit your application through the LSAC website. So that is this. It's a central application system that you can assemble all your application documents, and then you can submit your application. Now, one thing about the LSAC website is you need to arrange with your school so that they can submit your official website to the LSAC system. So again, ensure that your official transcript from your previous school is being sent or is being mailed to the LSAC system. If that is not done, they will not start to review your application. So again, ensure that your transcript is being arranged and sent to the LSAC system. So there is an address that I've provided in slide 1 for the LSAC address. So the next thing that I'll still continue with in slide 2 is the application documents and the requirements. So again, at the LSAC website, if you create your account and then you start the application process, you want to ensure that you create an online recommendation request with the online recommendation request, you can send online recommendation requests to your referees, and then your referees can provide or can send the recommendation through the online recommendation request. So you can keep monitoring if they've provided or they've submitted the recommendations on your behalf. So I've already talked about the test of English as a foreign language requirement. So again, check and ensure that if your school required a test of English as a foreign language, if they need this, you have to plan ahead to take the English proficiency test. However, again, I made mention that if English was your primary language or your official language for instruction at your bachelor's degree or so on, you can send an email to the school so that they can waive the English proficiency test for you. With the LSAC website, you can submit your electronic law school applications all at the central application system. And again, also make sure that you have a debit card or a credit card that you can pay the application fees, because there's a lot involving in payments. So you have to pay your law school report. Again, with the LSAC website, you need a law school report for each single school that you are applying to. And then this is being assembled at the LSAC website, but you have to pay an application fee for each law school that you are applying to. So you need a law school report for each law school that you are applying to. So you have to pay a minimum of $30 for each law school that you are applying to in terms of or in regarding to the law school report. So let's look at the cost from the LSAC website. So the first thing is the electronic application service. So from the LSAC website, you pay a one-time fee of $35. That is an electronic application service where all your applications are being submitted electronically. So it's a one-time fee payment that you have to make. The next thing is the document assembly service. So this is where all your documents, including your recommendations, your transcripts and so on, are being assembled at one point, and then they are submitted to each law school that you apply into. So again, there's a one-time fee of $50. Then the next thing is international transcript evaluation service. So again, if you are coming from outside the US, you want to make sure that your transcript is being evaluated. So if you submit your official transcript, it will be evaluated. However, you need to pay this one-time fee of $135 so that your transcript can be evaluated at the LSAC's website. The next thing is the law school report. So each school that you are applying into needs the law school report. So there's a $30 fee that is attached to each law school report for each single school that you apply into. So if you are applying to 5 schools, make sure that you are paying $30 times 5 for each school's law school report for each single school that you are applying into. Then the next thing is the law school application fee itself. So this will vary by law school to law school. So it's different for each law school that you are applying into. So again, check for all these school requirements in terms of the application fees before you single out how to apply to law schools in the US. Hey my friend, thank you for watching. I want to remind you about subscribing to the Full Scholarship TV channel and also hitting the notification bell, because I come up with fresh new videos every other week. I'll see you in the next one.